Piers is just a mess. He's a fascist. He's a racist. But the thing about me is I had to look it face to face and face off with it. I'm not scared like that.
And people need to give you flowers for that.
Thank you.
Because it's like people go into situations, especially you're doing it for the first time with truly no support, sometimes not even from your own community, because we don't really have much even to support each other.
Yes.
So there's this pressure cooker feeling that every trans representation needs to be absolutely perfect because of this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, they're still saying and doing all the things when we have been following the rules. Only you and I recently have really stepped out with the podcast in the way that we have, because we saw the need that the conservative side had a podcast and had that energy and all of those parts of the internet that the liberal side wasn't even willing to touch. Like you and I, we understand what it's like to be a blue collar worker. We know what it's like to deal with the economy in the way that it is as an American in this country, and the effects of the tax laws, the effects of the status of us being trans with the healthcare and stuff that we navigate. We have to deal with so much more than the average cis person, which another thing that pissed me off is when Piers Morgan was like, we don't use that language. It's like, of course you don't use that language because you have this idea that the only way to be is your way. And the thing that's so upsetting is me as a trans person, and I feel like you as a trans person, I don't necessarily, like, do I want Nazis around? No. But if you know what, if there's people that have an ideology that I don't agree with, that they think this, that, and the other, I truly don't care because I want to have mine. Yeah. And I want us to coexist in a safe way. That is all that trans people want to do. Because there's this agenda that where it's like, we're trying to create this and we're trying to do that and we're trying to, it has nothing to do with anything other than I want to exist on this planet as an American in this country and have the same rights to go into the DMV and getting my driver's license, to be able to put a meal on the table for my family, to be able to go on vacations, be able to be with my friends and explore and life, love, pursuit of happiness in the same way that someone that hates me wants to experience the world. It's no different. And the difference between their world and my world is in my world, they still exist. In their world, I don't exist. And it's so, it's so confusing to me how they can't see that we as a people are, you know, like when we've added pronouns to emails and we're creating more stuff when HR, like when you get hired to a new job and there's a specific transgender training that's on there that the employees have to learn. When, you know, I've been enrolled in a new job recently and there was a trans training and I was like, wow, this is because of the work that is done. And when I go into that workspace, I feel safer. I feel like I just get to be the average American person that everyone else gets to be. And that has always been my personal journey. I just wanted to be an average Joe. The only reason why I got into politics and even social media and all of this stuff is because I felt like I was forced to as a trans person because I didn't see somebody saying the things that I felt and saw. And that's the same way why you got into the activism and do it the way that you do is because you don't see anybody standing up against this horrific rhetoric. It's like we're just standing there like doormats taking it. And I know that I've seen the heart of this community and many communities on the left side has so much fight, so much energy, so much resources. And we have been all convinced to fight each other because of whatever sector that we are in and don't realize that the game has been played, that the Republicans have created this narrative that we can't find commonality because I can find commonality even with the straightest, most problematic man. I can find common ground with him in some way, shape, or form. The answer is, why can't you find common ground and see me as human too?
That was wonderful. And so I think Riley made a video about me. Here's the thing. Ugh. So after we made the episode,
that's more the dehumanization.
She went to TikTok, y'all. And she made this video about me. She misgendered me in it because she's a fucking moron. You know, it is what it is.
She's a damn fool, as you like to say.
She's a damn fool. She's a damn fool. And it's funny because she deleted the video, but of course y'all don't play with the screen record button.
Oh, and me, because I will.
Yes.
I'm a research
and I think we have that video, y'all.
Yes,
Let's check out what Miss Riley had to say about
She deleted this video, so
I just did Piers Morgan's show Uncensored, which shout out Piers. I think Piers approaches things very logically, very rationally. We agree on a lot, we disagree on some. But I just did his show in like the debate forum with a trans activist by the name of Blossom, which if you saw any of Michael Knowles' videos that have circulated with the Jubilee debate style forum, I think there was 30 trans activists surrounded by Michael Knowles. They get to raise their red flag if they want in and a chance to debate him. Michael did amazing, by the way. Blossom, the trans activist I just debated on Piers, was the large African-American man who identifies as a woman in some of these clips. That, the past 30-minute debate we just had was the most unhinged, absurd thing I have ever been a part of in my entire life.
Before you jump in,
okay,
because I have one thing I want to say.
Okay.
She wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for trans people. Hold on, wait for the thought. She wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for trans people. Her whole career is going on the internet, crying about fifth place, basically destroying the American Constitution and working with the people to do that because she was too insecure to admit she wasn't a good athlete. And I'm sorry, I grew up as an athlete playing multiple sports. And the only reason why I didn't continue is because I was trans, because I knew I would have to deal with women like her. Because again, we have the whole trans male side of this never being discussed. I used to be able to shoot at half court and I'm blind. I did it without glasses on. I could have gone to the WNBA and had contracts and all of these things. I'm tall. I didn't do any of that because as I went through puberty and dealt with the social ramifications of what it was to be who I am as a big bitch, as some people want to say on the internet, I created a situation for myself to not know where to go in sports, even though I trained like Blossom. I used to wake up. I had a basketball court in my backyard as a little kid at like 6 years old. And I was that kid. I was going to be a prodigy. People like, I was at one point, like I was on this team for the city. It was called the Looney Tunes. Shout out to the Looney Tunes. We won the championship, second place.
Oh shit.
And I was like 2 feet taller than everybody on my team because I'm a big bitch. Let's be real. And navigating people like Riley in sports, people like her would do anything in her possibility to take down people like me, no matter how much. I mean, I trained, like I would wake up at 6 a.m. and shoot basketballs and then go to school and then like carried my basketball all around. And I ended up getting into music because I couldn't be in sports anymore because of people like Riley, because it's not about protecting women. It's about this ideology of like white supremacy, and a woman has to look like Riley in order to be validated. And even a woman looking like Riley can still be invalidated by a man whenever he pleases in the patriarchal system that she is upholding. She's putting herself at risk. Instead of actually empowering all humans, all she's doing is turning and going, oh, white supremacy, here's a check, and completely writing off the backs of trans people. Because realize, if she never, ever, ever competed against a trans person, we wouldn't know her name.
That's interesting.
We wouldn't know her name.
Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for saying that, Shane. You know, when I look at that video, all I see is someone with low self-esteem, low confidence, insecurity. Because she could not compete with my debate points, she goes to my physical appearance. And I think most conservatives, they always do that where they try to misgender me. They're like, oh, you're a man. Look at that wig on. Because they pull a Blair White tactic. That's a Blair White tactic. And the thing is, my intellect is totally unmatched to their ideology. I think all I see is someone who was just projecting their own insecurities because they could not debate me. When I came through and I gave statistics about the NCAA and the number of athletes and the ratio to that, she had nothing.
Yeah.
Because you went to the White House, you saw Donald Trump sign an executive order for less than 10 trans people
that now all women are subject to genital testing.